on, everybody? Are you ready for Wednesday market open? There's Tesla bulls. Harry, where are you? You here, Harry? Tesla bulls are happy today, 2.91%. First the intro, then we'll get into it. See you very soon. Don't talk about Doji, guys. Don't talk about it. What's up, everybody? How are we all doing today? Whew! Is it a good time to be in the markets? Let me just resize this. Oh my goodness, it blew off the screen. 1 second, I'm resizing. I'm getting everything ready. Guys, did you see the market yesterday? Did you see crypto? Did you see the stocks? My goodness, I saw Glenn said net flew yesterday. Yes. 11%. Not bad on old Cloudflare. You were worrying, Glenn. I saw you. You were like, oh man, it's not doing nothing. It was the sleeping dragon and it has awoken. And yes, he is not muted. That's right, Sapphire, not muted today. I mute, I unmute, all sorts of things going on. Anyone know what track this music is from? Yeah, it's from Racy, I think. Into the Money, R-A-C-C-Y, Racy, I don't know what it is. Welcome to the 320 people joining us for today's session. It is going to be a good one. Tesla 2.9% pre-market up, 784, approaching the territory that we knew it would. And you know, it feels good to be good sometimes, doesn't it? It feels good to be good as a community. Harry has been in here, our resident Tesla bull. He has been insanely bullish every day of the week. He'll be here soon, I'm sure. I don't even know if he's in the Discord, but I'll find him. I need to almost give him a little Tesla badge in the Discord, I feel. But he's been very, very bullish this. We knew 700 was real. We knew 720 was real. We correctly identified together as a community. And now we're seeing participation. The only difference is participation in the Tesla world is crazy compared to anything else. There is nothing faster than participation. Look at it. It goes through 720 yesterday at the early wee hours of the open. And then it's just like, nah. And then now we're sitting at 784 in the open, getting up to the 800. Do I think 800 is still a resistance? Yes. Do I think that there is going to be selling pressure there? In my opinion, I think that after a move that ballistic, there's got to be some sellers there. I mean, I know day traders will be looking at these prices. We had the box up there for a long time. Remember where we drew the box? Drew the box between the 800 and the 780. So we're in the danger zone of the resistance break. Now, do I feel like there's even more in Tesla? Sure. You know, ahead of earnings. Look at earnings. 26. TradingView is good. Click the link somewhere, wherever it is in the box descriptions before signing up. If you want to buy TradingView, don't do it without clicking the link. Support the channel, guys. But yes, earnings here. I love this feature. It's so glorious, and I didn't even know about it for some time. When you have this on the charts, it just shows you where it is. So you can be kind of like laser focused on the stock, sometimes forget about things, or you may not be that focused, and you go, oh, whoops, earnings. You know, if you're coming into something like Afria the other day, we had earnings, and then bang, look what happened. Luckily, it recovered somewhat yesterday. Tilray Afria did better. But yeah, 26, there it is, running in. Let's have a look at how it goes around earnings. Okay, so here we had earnings. Oh, it was bad. It was not so good. Nasty earnings. Then we go over to this one. What happened? Nasty earnings, but a run in. So understanding that type of thing is important with each stock. Do we know Apple runs into earnings? Yes. Do we know some of these things have those types of moves? Absolutely. As we always do, let's get started with the BTC, with the crypto crowd. I know you guys are keen. You're keen. 4 hour. Did anyone get this one? Look, 4 hour 20 moving average was reached in a flash crash before. The nice, nasty flash crash of crypto markets. It came all the way down, hit the 4 hour 20, and then bounced off it. The 4 hour 20 remains intact. It is the best moving average. We love the 20 here. It's the community's moving average. That's what I guess I would say. Resistance acted as support, barely even got there and bounced straight back up. It just shows the bullish pressure is still there. Let's see some follow through past 65. Where did it get to? Just before 65,000. Again, we're at the right levels. Let's read something from the community. What is going on here? Tesla refuses to backtest a support. Gravity Falls says, absolutely. Pump, yeah, but you need to understand though, it's a hyper stonk. When Tesla goes through, it never comes back. That one always just goes, woo, because everyone gets on it. All the YouTubers, they're like, Tesla all in $5,000. I don't know what everyone's posting, but yeah, it's very community driven. Reddit goes nuts. Google search goes nuts. Everyone's talking about it. People on Binance are converting their Bitcoins to Tesla tokens. That's the kind of thing. Sapphire says we are all Harry. That's right. GS calls pump then dump coming soon, says Blue Nova. ETH to 3K start channeling, Tom. Yeah, well, I had 2.6K on it quite a while ago, like when it was 1.4K. And because Bitcoin's moved now, you've got to up your 12-month target. I'm going to be like when they do those reprices in Goldman Sachs. I've changed my mind. It's all good. We're going towards a higher price. ETH hitting 2382. Things still looking very, very good here. Movement up is good. Are we too far away? Are we moving too fast, too quickly? That's the question. I think not really. I do think some coins have moved too quickly. ETH going towards 2400 was kind of our target zone. Every 100 matters, but every 200 point block is kind of what I look at. Notice how it stops just before 22, comes down a bit after breaking 2000. Where's 1800? Just before 1800 has a little bit of a sell-off. So it's in that territory of be careful and cautious, but is there a sign of bearishness here? Not yet. Check out ADA, guys. Let's talk about this. Yes. Look at ADA. Look at it. Beautiful trading. Yesterday we talked about that 133. We knew that the 133 wasn't looking so hot, as in it wasn't looking like it was resistance. We got that closure. You'll remember during the stream yesterday, we moved up to the 147 and we actually breached that for the first time. So let's have a look at the 8 hour, because the 8 hour and the daily are where we want to look at breaches. We've breached an all-time high on Cardano. And it's not so much about really what Cardano price is doing, though this is very strong. You'll want to start looking at things like ADA to BTC or something similar to that. Do we have an ADA to BTC chart? Here we go. So this is the type of chart that you want to look at. And why do you want to look at this? Because you need to see how it correlated in the past. Notice ADA to BTC goes up to this peak 13th, 14th of April, the same peak it hit in March. This isn't enough data, so we have to go back further. But look, it spikes to the exact same point. Never discount cross correlation to BTC in this market. It's all about one moves, the big data, the big gold, whatever you want to call it. It moves through and the bit noodle goes up. And then basically when you move over to any other coin, it's about getting that correlation up to the area. If you're not doing this, I'm not sure if you're trading the cryptos correctly, because I think it's so important. What do you guys think? Do you reckon doing cross correlation to BTC as in a price valuation is important? Yes or no? Let me know right now. We've got some donations coming in here. We've got Knock Knock says, how are those focals treating you, man? $5, by the way. I'm an Ordees X user. Cheers from San Diego, mate. Well, you have good taste there, knock knock. Yes, these are focals. They're utopias. Wait, not utopias. Clears, I think. I got them at a great price. You know, like anything, if you can be a little bit more cheap, even when you're buying high end, it's worthwhile. Yeah, look, they're really great. These are great. The thing with any good headphone, though, if you go buy really expensive headphones, it's all about getting very good amps. You need to get, I've got a Hugo, Chord Hugo here. You can look it up online if you're interested. Chord Hugo is an excellent headphone amp. Excellent. Amazing. I bought that. You can buy them secondhand quite cheap nowadays compared to where they were. Thank you very much, knock knock, and enjoy your headphones as well. John Barnett, super chat, $2. I wish Focal would sponsor me. Morning, Mr. Tom. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate your donation, and good morning to you. Sapphire says the new coin sound when someone super chats is satisfying. I'm glad you enjoy that one. That's good. Got that. Luckily, it was a default. Palantir Tom says goat. Oh, I saw. Don't you think I was sleeping on any of this? I just wanted to talk about these cryptos. Let's see what people are saying. John Lumpkin says very important. John Barnett says yes, of course. But John, other John, spelt differently. People don't do it. That's the thing. They're not doing it. Harry's here, guys. Harry Chu, top of the morning. Are you celebrating, Harry? He's here. Yes, Bitcoin is king. Value against it. Yes, good. You get it. Yes, exactly, guys. Exactly. Value against the king. And then we can figure out where things are going. So ADA still looks pretty good, but decent reprice there. DOT, we'd want to go check those reprices. Link. There it is. Chainlink moving to a new all-time high towards the magical 40. It was a little slow. But I'll say one thing about Chainlink, and that was series of higher lows. We talk about it in our course. By the way, we've got a HODL code. If you want to click on it, join the community, get 3 months. There is exciting things. You'll get a bonus because we have bonuses coming for all members of the community at the end of the month or whenever we end up launching website 2.0. But yeah, here are the series of higher lows. High low, high low, high low, high low. Breaks it, snaps it through, comes down, retests there. But yeah, I think Link is set for the 40. That seems to be the kind of technical that makes sense. Why does it make sense, you might ask? Because we had this very decent channel that was occurring. We take the channel, we extrapolate out the channel, and don't worry, we'll get onto stocks very soon. $40 was the target. So that remained my target. Nothing concerning this whole way through. Someone said, Tom, the link looks crappy. The thing was, it was slowing down. It was channeling. It was getting ready with the series of high lows. This is why you do the analysis. Don't be scared if things don't tell you to get out. And that wasn't. XRP, I mean, to me, it kind of did what I wanted. It got very close to 2. I unfortunately unloaded a bit at $1 on this one, maybe a bit early. But the thing with it is if you unload a bit and then you repick some up when it breaks through, you can always do that. The other thing that you can always say as well is, look, on to the next one. Yes, has it gone up a substantial amount? Cool, that's awesome. But just be aware again of market capitalization size. XRP versus BTC. Go look at the ratios, very important to do. I would be doing that. What other coins are moving today? Let me click on the coin market cap. Where are we? Do I even have coin market cap open? Probably not. Now, speaking of coins, we know what's going on. Coinbase. Are you guys going to be in that or not? Yes or no? Are you interested in the whole coin code coming on the stock market today? Are you guys going to be trading it? Let me know. Yes or no right now in the community. I'm very interested to see how many people actually care about this. From our community anyway. BTC 64,000, you'll see here. Ethereum 2381. Binance Coin doing very well as well. Cardano, Polkadot, Uniswap coming back up to a much better valuation. That was always due. Litecoin, Doge, Doge. How is Doge top 10? Oh, it's so stupid. I mean, it's funny, but it's so stupid. 18 billion. What? Look at the Doge. It's literally ridiculous. I love it, but it's very crazy. up 78.64%. And it's been going nuts during the Asian and European session. I looked at it before and I thought, oh no, I don't have Doge. But I went, oh no, it's moving. And then I thought, yeah, well, of course it's going to move off XRP. I always knew it was coming. But then it just kept going. And I was like, oh God, it's starting to play catch up to the XRP trade. And that terrified me. Like you'll notice here, 7-day percentage, Doge now actually outpacing it. Chainlink, look, I feel that's the better coin, but whatever. It doesn't show up here. You guys are trying to prove me wrong. Stellar, of course, also having a decent 7 days. That's slowing down. And we go through more coins. There's some interesting ones in here, but we'll look at those on another day. For now, this is what happens. This breaks, this follows, everything else trickles, and you know what happens then. It's a trickling effect. As long as BTC holds, people move through. They go, okay, top 20 coins, then they go into crapper coins. And that's where the next level will be. So it'll be in some kind of alt, some kind of strange coin that no one really cares about. They're the ones that will be trading through. All right, is it listing for 250? That's the base price, supposedly 250. That's right, Coinbase entry price. Oh, well, if you're going to trade Coinbase, please understand that you must be aware that Coinbase is going to trade with the cycle, okay? Understand that. Look at Binance Coin actually during the crash. So when 17 crashed, Binance Coin, of course, came down. Now, it still held well because people were trading, they're making money, but that's a great test subject for what is most likely going to occur this time around. If we have a great second, third, fourth quarter this year, there's a chance that coin could move up and could get a lot of hype in it. I think it's going to be like pumpy dumpy a little bit with the direct listing. Look at other direct listings. Actually, let's have a look at Spotify because that came in with a fair bit of hype back in the day. Different thing, but obviously came in with a fair bit of hype. So here's what happened on the day. Here's the trading that happened afterwards. So there was actually a bit of a run. Then the market did its normal thing, which is weakness for a couple of years while it tries to figure out what the hell's going on. And I think the biggest risk to coin is not going to be necessarily the start. It's going to be the back end of this year into next year. If the cycle is to be repeated, that is going to be a risk that you need to be considering. And I know no one's considering it today, but just keep it in the back of your mind. Hey, if Bitcoin goes down, it will affect the value of that stock. Do you guys agree with that? IPO equals no-no, says Gareth. IPO equals no-no. Lots of people want this one. It's going to soar, says NN URAM. Yes, under 300, says Mark Torb. No, watch the rip and buy the dip, says Left Field. Under 400, yes. Wow, under 400. That's a big market cap. I guess a lot of people are kind of banking on this idea of $100 billion valuation. $100 billion. Look at them all. People love it. Nope, nope, yes, nope. I think it's like literally half and half. What's Harry saying? I'm not sure what he was saying. He might have been in, he might have been not. Let's quickly read over here. We've got a few other donations. John Barnett, super chat of $5. Can we talk about IPO coin today? What are your price targets and what do you think it would open at? I think it will open higher. There is too much hype. It's going everywhere. So I think it's going to hype up. And I think that if it comes in, it looks like it's actually going to be gravitational towards 100 billion. Now, why do I say that a little bit? Because, okay, let's look at this. All right, so we have to consider the Binance coin. I know that might not make full sense, but let's go with the Binance coin. Let's think about Coinbase and what it's managed to achieve throughout other parts of its business. I mean, there are some bits of its business that are dealing with major institutions buying and selling coins. That's a big deal, and it's the big player in America. So I think 100 billion is a thing. I think around there, you're going to start struggling with valuation aspects, and it is an IPO that will have hype, and I believe it will dump after. Now, does it dump day one? Don't know about that. Does it dump 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in? I think it will hype with Bitcoin, but it will be very, very volatile, and be careful of the valuation as it goes up, because I don't really think it's worth 100 billion. I just think that's where it's going. Does that make sense? Cappuccino says Binance is much bigger, really, though, right? Yeah, Binance is just a monster when you think about a lot of things there. But we'll be watching Coin. We'll be watching when it comes through. I'm not sure if I'll see it actually load. The Upper Deck super chat at $5. VeChain thoughts from Texas. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, so John Barnett, basically the idea, I think it will open slightly above its issue. Now, I just be careful with the valuation. And we saw with Snowflake, things can get out of control. So go have a look at Snowflake. Look how that traded. That got so crazy valuation-wise that it makes sense that Coin could go nuts. But I do not think it will hold up. I do not think it will hold up. VeChain. Good time to do that donation while we're looking at crypto before we get into some stocks as well. 0.162. 0.162. All right, let's go to the weekly. So I know this has been very aggressive. Congratulations if you've been in it since over here. Wow, what a great return. Let me just think about this Feb return. Oh, it's so beautiful. A 5x bagger. Very nice. 5x bagger. Daily. Okay, so daily was kind of finding a little bit. Then it had that nice breakout with a perfect retest. Very beautiful. It's made all of the right moves. Daily's been absolutely shooting it out here. Let's go down. 4 hour 20. 4 hour 20.18. VET. What's the market cap on this? $10.48. 10.48. Man. It's just down here, is it? There it is. Geez, it better be a damn good coin to hold it. It must be close near its end. It must be very, very close. And the reason I say that is because if we think about the move that's happened, we think about the extension away from what it was doing, which was kind of not that far away from the daily. Look at last time it got away from the daily. This is so close to busting down. It's so close. Long leg doji tells me that. Look at the 4 hour long leg doji indecision candle. You close under here, more bearishness comes through. You close up here, obviously it goes towards a much higher price, the 0.2. I feel like this is at the end. This candle here tells us, it tells us as a community, something is not right about this price. And if it continues to degrade, because that long leg doji is on the 2 hour, it's on the 4 hour, it's on all the time frames, it's going to be super important. Nicholas Wikes almost took my ears off. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for supporting the community. Nicholas, I do appreciate it. It's you guys that let me come here and do this because, yeah, it actually takes more work than I thought, but just to prep and make sure that you're ready for these types of things. But thank you so much, Nicholas. Appreciate it. They're joining the Stonk Squad. Enjoy all of the emoticons and everything else in the community. Yeah, so long leg doji, that's what I'm looking at. Close below, I think further weakness down, close above, quite a lot of strength. That's a pretty wide range. I know I'm not giving you much there, but even these next two candles that have happened afterwards is telling me market cap hit around that 10, pretty magical kind of level for it to hit. I'm thinking it's over. Could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's over. Michael Burnett, super chatted PLN, $25. Please use Binance, BTC, US dollar, Tether. Bitstamp data is wrong. BTC, USDT. You want me to use the Binance one? Is it really wrong? Slightly off in price. You want me to use it up here, I assume? Well, because you have donated PLN 25, I will add it to you. So then we will use Bitcoin Tether. We'll bring this up just for you, sir. And we'll chuck it there. There we go. We'll get rid of this one. Get out of here. Wrong price. Thank you very much, Michael Burnett. Bradley back, super chat $5. PLTR for everyone in the back. Demo day hype today, and I am city pretty on some long calls. All right, yes. So we got that wrong the other day. Remember, we were talking about the 16th, but it turns out that the demo day was going to always be on the 14th, and that's okay because it's the 14th today, and demo day is coming. We are 0.79 coming into the pre-market, 8.91%. Whew! One of the most fun days for Palantir in some time. Why is it so important? Well, firstly, we've cleared the evil 24. The evil 24 was a massive psychological problem for Palantir. We know that this opens up the bigger kind of participation phase move. The next resistance really isn't even around till 27.32. I still think it's around 28 personally. This is the level that I'm looking at, 28 to 30. There's a lot more room here. Percentage-wise, what's this room? Percentage-wise, there's still around 18.36% up to the top peak, and it will come down to how the demo day does. I like a lot about this chart. Of course, news is news, and you'll have to see how it plays out. But look, even if this was, volume was increasing, volume's been increasing for a little bit here. Even if this was some kind of hype train that's caused by Reddit or something like that, it's still a very serious move and very serious close. This base is also very, very good because 2280, what happened here was there was buy pressure, buy pressure, buy pressure, buy pressure. Every time it created a wick, that is the essence. There's buyers here, there's demand here. That really was where we found the strength. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Thank you so much. It's Hamza. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you for joining the community. And yeah, you've got a picture of a rocket ship, it looks like. Yeah, that's a rocket ship. So Hamza is probably on Tesla today or something like that. Feeling good. Thank you, man. And thank you for supporting the stream. 2560 pre here for Palantir. Things look good. People that want to get in, if it does pull back, 24, of course, should be met by buying pressure now that it's gotten through. However, I think that demo day could be very good for this stock. Let's see how it plays out. There's been a lot of hype and people get crazy on Palantir like no other. It's like Tesla's second cousin. That's how Palantir trades in the market when hype comes back through. Things are looking good on this stock. Let's just quickly load up here our Webull list now. If you're interested in joining up with Webull, of course, click the description link down below. Click the little thing, sign up, put $100 in. You get free stonks from Webull. They give you 2 of them for signing up with our link, so you can always check that out. Riot blockchain here, 4.66%, of course, going up with Bitcoin hype. Got GameStop actually up today, which is much better for you guys, 3.46%. Afri are up 2.29. What's down? What's down? Molecular Cost, Blackberries, Media, Sundial. Well, whatever about Sundial. Sundial actually trading around $1 though after yesterday's move. Let's check the big stocks. Let's see what's going on there. Pre-market, Tesla leading. Very nice. Moderna also having some good moves there. I was reading a little bit about that today. It looked all right. Goldman Sachs, 1.67%. Nice, nice. SEA, 1.56. Baidu, Roku, DocuSign, Square, the Unstoppable Force. Snowflake. I want to talk to you about Snowflake in just a few moments. Twilio, Zscaler, Teladoc, all of the hyper stonks, they're there. What's down? Stocks we don't care about, or maybe someone does, but I don't. And then Johnson & Johnson is down a little bit. Nvidia down a smidgen, only just barely. And that's had a great run on it. Run on it. So it's been very, very good. All right, I think we're caught up with the super chats. Let's move over to Snowflake. I want to check it. Bang. Okay, why do I care about this all of a sudden, you may ask? Because it's technicals, guys. Look. Does anyone spot anything here on this one? And I'll make it easier for you. Okay, there we go. Has that made it easier? What do you think about this? FN Johnson says, good to see everyone today. Good to see you, FN. Remember, click the like button. We've got our likes back here on this channel. You'll notice the likes hold, I believe. We've had the chat. We've got it done, and things are working. Webull sent me text. I got me worried. Okay. All right. Well, they haven't sent me any text, but fair enough. Mash that like button, says Goat. I like your name, Goat. Calls on ARKK, says Conscious. If you like the companies that are in there, just remember what they hold the biggest amount of, and then you'll find. Alex Walker says, don't sleep on ARKK. It's moving with Tesla and PLTR. They're big holders, yeah, but I think you've got to remember what are the biggest funds in ARK Invest. So I'll let people guess this, but let's just go over here for a second. So when you think about the holdings and you're thinking about, let's say, ARKK, I mean, it's going to move with the big stocks. I mean, the ones that they hold the most percentage of. So it needs Roku, Teladoc, Square, Tesla, Zillow. When you really scroll back down through here, you've got to have, and Palantir is only a very small holding percentage-wise. So will it move? Yes. But what will really push it? This company, terrible. But everything else here, pretty good. What will really push it? I mean, Tesla, man. Look at Tesla. They loaded up. They're going to have to trim that. So expect them to have to be forced to sell Tesla at some point in the future when they do a rebalance, because they will have to trim this one. Let's go down here. Like, says Dr. Drew Humpy. Appreciate it. Scroll back over to this. Now, what did people say? Higher high, higher low, looking bullish, trend broken, retested, higher lows, inverse head and shoulders, says Jim Sum. Yes. So this is looking like, you know, a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. Now, you know, I don't care about the pattern name or anything like that. That's not important. What is important is the price action leading into it. Because realistically, when you think about what Snowflake is doing, it is coming up to the most important critical resistance that it can have. And that critical resistance is right around this 240. Psychological 240. Previous closes around there. Wick rejections. Pre-market 241. That's why it's up a little bit more than the market, because people they're sniffing it out. They're finding the snowflakes. And it's got some good moves on it that also proof. So this was in the private Discord. I saw a few guys were smelling this one out before I even had a chance to pop it in there. And that's cool, because that means people are spotting interesting concepts and interesting technicals. And it kind of proves pretty well as well to the 270-ish area. So look, Snowflake, everything is always a risk, and you've got to figure out whether you like it or not. But it's an interesting kind of channeling or like resistance pattern here that could be broken. And if it is, then of course there is a distribution or a participation phase here that could occur on this stock as it gets back. This has been very weak when you compare it to the others. Very weak. Also bullish divergence, says Hunter Varghese. Yes, it could be. It could be. I'm sure it's there. Look, you'll find that it always has that kind of divergence. When you learn to read price action, you don't need to put an indicator on to find it, because it'll always do the indicator will always do the same thing once you spot the price action doing that similar type of pattern. It's always the same thing. Always the same thing. You'll get that. Actually, ARK will not have to sell Tesla this time since they just changed their rules. Oh, okay, cool. There we go. I didn't know that. Ola Bandola 100 says, actually, ARK will not have to sell Tesla this time since they just changed their rules. They now allow 30% holdings in a company instead of 10. Ah. Cool. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, so you learn something new every day. I don't have ARK shares, but yeah, cool. There you go, guys. Thank you for sharing that. See if anyone else said that. You were the only one that picked up on it. I'm sure somebody else knew, but yeah, that's cool. So they changed that fairly recently, I guess, since they kept having to be forced to sell their Tesla holdings down, a few others. AMD versus NVIDIA long-term, Tom. Look, I would have always said NVIDIA. AMD is a little bit pumpy-dumpy. And the stock, while they produce a lot of things, I'm all in it on the robotics side. And I think NVIDIA, you know, they just have this, they just seem to be able to do it. They seem to be able to get it done. Like, I've got an NVIDIA Shield, and I don't know why I didn't have one earlier. Free Netflix 4K when you press the AI upscaling. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And that's fairly old tech now. So, you know, NVIDIA's really got some extra, I guess, X factor in their stock when compared to AMD. Look, the problem with AMD has always been that they get ahead and then Intel come and crush them, and then they get ahead and then Intel come and crush them. This time Intel's much further behind, but the price action has really shown how big AMD is. Now, AMD has a very strong $75 kind of support. You guys know where the resistance is here. We've spoken about it quite a lot. It's all about, can we get through this 84? 84. What a hideous problem it's having at that zone. So, look, I'm still bullish on the chart. I'm just waiting. I want to wait for that. So, participation phase afterwards. Some people asking me, get more specific on Snow. No, I can't. It's an educational stream, guys. I'm trying to show you some of the things I look at and the concepts I look at. We can't do much more than that one. John White's trying to bribe me. I will do Weeble if you do Silvergate SI. Is that a good deal, John? I'm not sure. I will consider it. I'll consider it in just a few moments. CEO is a beast. Is NVIDIA overbought? That price is crazy versus AMD. Yeah, NVIDIA is insane. And I think the problem is it's gone into hype. So that's why I said I've always said NVIDIA, but the big issue is what just happened. That's insane. That is a big move in a stock that's already worth a huge valuation. You've got a 17% increase off the break, which we discussed. I feel like it's a bit too much too soon. So yes, I think at current prices, the AMD one presents maybe a better trade opportunity, but this stock is still my favored one from a pure, just I like the company. I like the company more. Let's go with that. Thoughts on the Coinbase IPO? We talked about it before. 100 billion seems possible, but I do think it'll be pumpy and then dumpy. Watch the cycles of Bitcoin, of crypto. It's all about the rainbow chart, guys. Rainbow fest. When we're in the rainbow chart and we're at this point, Coinbase is like, yay. But then when that happens, it will not be good for Coinbase. It is going to be tied, whether anyone likes it or not, to cryptocurrencies' health. And if we're in a bubble and it crashes and all those type of things happen later on this year, you've got to be careful about coin. So I'm not personally participating in it. It's not my kind of thing, but that's only because, I don't like the IPO unless I got into it early. Now, if I was in it early, I'd be celebrating. It could not have been better. You've got crazy price. You've got Bitcoin cracking through. Everyone's talking about it. I would be so happy if I had coin IPO shares. So happy. And I would ride that little thing and I'd be watching it with the laser eyes. I wouldn't be streaming today. I would be on coin. I would be literally like this, goggles on, fully glued into the screen. Coin would be on every one of my screens in front of me. So 300 on Coinbase is not the worst deal. Probably not. Who knows? Look, 100 billion is just a completely random number. I'm just scrolling through here. Now I had to do SI, I believe. Silvergate, was that right? Let's just quickly do it. You know what you owe me, man. 170, 40. It's actually not a bad chart, so why not? This is a regional bank. It's been having some recovery here. Not a bad chart. No weekly. That's a long leg doji that closed to below. See how that's important? Indecision candle. Closes below. Boom. Straight back down. Then we get a nice series of higher lows. That's cool. Now I've got a little weekly here struggling around. Let's go to the daily again. Get rid of that. I would love to see a daily close where it pretty much is right now, like a 171, 172. There's nothing bearish about this chart right now. Things are looking good for the breakout. You've got tests up here. You've got higher lows coming through. Nice little retest after it goes up, then down. It's setting up for the break. It's also setting up for possibly a little bit more action from the top side. So you've got like a 230 kind of target here. Very nice big target if it does occur. I still think 200 is going to be... Oh, actually, no, it stops before 200. Yeah, I think it would blast through 200 if it gets up there. Check the weekly at the end. If you're already bullish on it, there's no bearish sentiment yet in this. But if it gets to a new low here, maybe it starts to go back down to 140. There's some pretty big swings on this. Be careful. I like the upside, but it's not my fave. I'm talking about NDX 100. Krunel says, yes, let's do the indices. We haven't even done them yet. Let's check out the Nasdaq. 14,033. Guys, we witnessed history yesterday. A big number was hit on this. This was our target that we've set in place for the last couple of weeks. 14,000-ish, 1,400. We knew April was going to be good. April has been a absolute beast of a month for most people out there, and it looks like the Nas isn't stopping yet. I feel very two minds about this. I think if it continues this crazed strength, we will be in for a flash crash. Because, like, when I say flash crash, it's not going to be, I should use different words. Flash day move, okay? Because you move up so quickly, you keep going. Look at the weekly, and then you need to go back in time and say, okay, what happens when you get giant weeklies? So let's say we get a giant weekly like this. How big is this? This weekly was 10% in a week, insane weekly. Now, we're not even close to that right now, but we've got some big candles coming in. You usually get that kind of one random day. Now, I think it'll happen most likely after earnings. It looks like this earnings season is going to be good. Let's see the beats and the misses. That's all that matters. We've got to continue to focus on beats, misses, beats, misses, beats, misses. We don't have enough data yet to even start talking about that story, but beats and misses will be where everything's at. 14.4 still remains intact. The FANG towards the glory of 5,000. So here's 5,000. That's where we are at with the FANG right now. So the FANG towards 5,000 seems to be probable. It's just good stuff. Take a look also at this. Check out this. Look at the monthlies. So I mentioned this a little while ago. These monthlies were obscenely bad. So imagine if April actually ends flat down. Oh my God. I don't know what to think if that happened. Imagine if it ended like this. It doesn't look like it will. And the Wall Street wants to take this market higher, possibly into even a August-September run. Nasdaq pending midterm correction after 14.6, says Krunal. Yeah, I think that's very sure. Verified News says, I'm not sure what that's talking about. Probably about people listening in on stuff. Beats and Misses sounds like a good album name, says Craig Bainton. Yeah, look, beats and misses. That's what it is. Bank financials will be good. I think financials will do well. I think JP Morgan and Goldman clearly are going to do well. They're going to have some mega, absolute astronomic trading profits. I would be incredibly surprised if they don't make monster coin out of all the retail traders. There's been some things I've watched in the markets that I've just been thinking Goldman would be eating them. They'd be like, just finding all that stuff, finding all the dollars and just collecting them in their basket and running away with them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were stupid, but I don't think so. I think they most likely absolutely bonanza'd it. And the price is correlating to that. Let's have a look around some other stocks here. Let's go down. We'll go check out Net. Big 11% day on this one yesterday. Very strong day. Actually closed to a new high. Trading 0.676 now at the open, it looks like. Let's have a look here. Close across. Scroll. What is this open? Well, I think it talks about the fact that this is a very strong move. And maybe this was way too far behind the others like CrowdStrike and other very popular cybersecurity companies. Yesterday proved that people were picking this up and they were prepared to put it maybe into the next zone. Could we be entering participation phase up to the 86.51? That's really where the next resistance lines are. I'm starting to think yes. I feel like it's going to do something like this and then move up, but it's a very strong closure at this point. Q says, Tom, RR.L looks like a safe bet. What is RR.L? What, Rolls Royce? not sure if I mean, that's a trend line, but I'm not sure if it's like amazing at this stage. 130 has always been my point here. Go to the weekly, you'll see why. Look at all of this. 130, 130. All I care about on this one, I think I've got a long-term alert sitting there. 130. Close above, I'm interested. Anything underneath, I don't care. Unfortunately, that's the way I see it. Check out gold quickly here. Gold finding strength. US dollar is finding weakness. Look at this weekly. So we've got a weekly rejection off the low. We've got another long leg doji, and then we've got another rejection coming through. Gold has to close through 1760 to find any further strength, but then it will be activating a double bottom. And I think suddenly people will be talking about gold. No one is talking about gold. I haven't seen anyone talking about gold. Have you guys seen anyone talking about gold or silver recently? I haven't. And that's usually the time when I start to go, hey, is there a technical there so we can be ahead of the curve, ahead of the move? No one is talking about it. I don't care about right now, but I do care when it goes through those zones. Have we had a look at the VIX? The VIX is unimportant. It's pretty boring. 16.5. Not much to say. With a low VIX, or a VIX in the middle, when we got through 20, we knew this was the end for the VIX. It's continued down here. It's sitting in a zone between 12 and the 20 now. This is a perfectly normal market. Basically, when the VIX is this low, it just means there's not much fear in the market. And yeah, I mean, it can change at any point in time, but there's no indication to say that the VIX is changing. Mark Murphy says, yes, all the guys I follow talk about it. Really? Maybe you follow gold people. I like gold always, says Will S. How do you think ETH and LTC will respond to coin listing today? I don't really feel like they'll respond any particular way unless coin goes up a lot. I feel like coin responds to the coins, if you know what I mean. Like coin responds to BTC and ETH price. Obviously, there's a lot of hype that I think has helped propel BTC through the price because of coin. But when coin lists and everything like that, it's mostly going to be about BTC and ETH price pushing coin through. Maybe more people start trading because they hear about it on the news. I mean, that's something. Coin lists 65 billion, goes to 100 billion. Let's just say that's a story. Put it on the news. Someone's like, oh, I didn't know I could buy crypto using this company. Okay, cool. And they buy crypto because they've heard about it from their second cousin's brother. It's all possible. Coin open 301, closed 350, says Lancer. Wow, that would be nuts. US 10-year treasuries, not anything interesting here. A little bit of decline coming through. The non-event continues on this. 1.952 remains the level that we're looking at. Go to the Russell just quickly. Support, resistance. We've got pretty strong levels of both. I would like to see, however, the Russell find strength today. This is the market that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Russell and I'm saying, damn, get some strength coming on. We need to break 223, damn it, so that we can start to move up here on the Russell. 223, 223, 223. Good little rejection yesterday. Shows me there's still some buyers willing to accumulate. Welcome to the 1,543 viewers. Hello, guys. How you going out there, chat? You going well? How many likes are we at? I'm clicking over the likes. Guys, like the video. We need to get towards 500 likes for the video. We're only at 383. You know what happens when we hit 500. Someone says super chats are broken. Really? No. We can't lose super chats. Let me check this out. I wondered where you were. You all went quiet on me. You're killing me. 55. Thank you to the subscribers, by the way. We picked up about 35, 40 so far during the stream. Subscribe if you enjoy the stuff. I don't know what's going on with super chats. Let me have a look here. It says it works. I'm just having a look to see if anyone else did anything. Bradley Back was the last one. Maybe it broke. I don't know. Maybe it broke. Ah, well. Oh, my God. Sound going in everywhere. Let me just get this other one back. Where am I? You are muted, mate. I shouldn't be muted. 500? Are we there? You guys are so fast. I don't know what's going on. I got all these stupid links going everywhere. Let me just fix this. Sorry, guys. Stupid thing. There we are. 526. I see it. All right. Before we go through anything else, let's get hyped because I'm ready for Wednesday morning. I know you guys are. We are not even 40 minutes away from the open. Coin listing today, guys. We are going to 250 is the base price. Maybe it goes mental. So much hype, so much anticipation around it. I'm not big on that one, but the thing is, it is going to be an interesting event. So coin 250 supposedly is where it's at. 100 billion. A lot of people are flowing that number around. Does it get above that point? Maybe, but remember, it's going to be linked to BTC price. Be careful out there. Let's get into the intro. I've got it up. It looks like super chats are working. Thank you so much. I can hear the coin. That sounds pretty good. I like the coin, actually. It's pretty good. Let's move over here. Change this. Yes. And we'll do it. All right. Wednesday morning. Get your coffee. Get your beer if it's night, whatever it else is, and get ready for some hype. I am ready. Yep, that's Tesla yesterday and today. It's a Tesla style rocket. Woo. Risk warning. Remember, educational. It's educational. Okay, let's move on over. You guys have been showering me with super chats after that whole thing didn't work. I'm not sure. Knock Knock becoming a member. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. I love your picture of Dr. Disrespect, Knock Knock. Very cool. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And of course, enjoy the emoticons. By the way, guys, if you're interested in adding emoticons to the stream or you think you found a cool one on the internet, jump into the Discord, links down below, get in the public one at least, come in, share your stuff. If you think there's something that you want me to add to the stream that's really cool, why not share it? I'm not sure. I'm not a graphic designer, so you know that will help me out. Let's do Doge. I'm going to do it just because I'm being harassed. We'll use this one here. My God, look at it. Whoa. It's crazy. I knew where it was. Yeah, Doge has gone mad. So Doge is a top 10 coin. It's a madness. I don't think you can too much technically trade it other than to say it is strong at this stage. It's clearly hyperextended. So the pump and the dump will occur. Notice the long leg doji. Let us scroll the long leg doji. Long leg doji, indecision. We have not closed above. Where did it stop? 0.1453. Does that make any sense? No. But that's not really what's important. The long leg doji is the only thing. Every other candle here, bullish, 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 long leg doji, bullish, but inside the doji, red thing. So let's watch this next 4 hours. 1 hour to go for the closure here. If it closes above, could be very good. Could be very good. But yeah, at this stage, it has not done that. 0.14 was reached. And I think this is like a little extension above that just to get a little bit of height. But 0.14, every 0.1 matters. 0.12, resistance sold off. 0.14, obviously resistance sold off. 0.1 in general, didn't care about it because it coiled before that. So yeah, I think Doji is pretty hyperextended on all metrics. No one's probably going to disagree with me that it's moving crazily. 15-minute maybe is also another key. So support, support, support. Barely close underneath. 15-minute needs to hold, I feel. Watch it on this time frame. You got to be laser-eyed all over Doji. If I was in this and I was trading it and I was going nuts and I wasn't just hodling it, not caring, that would be like me and coin all over this thing. Fake volume. Doji is a good boy, smiley face, says Adam. Look at the volume. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, it is pretty crap, isn't it? Compared to over here. It's fake. Fake news volume. That's true. A lot less. Not sure if that's real on this particular one. What are we using? Well, we're using Binance. Should be correct. The fake news Doji volume is going on there. Let's get back to these. Gilliam Parent super chatted Canadian $2.79. Can you look at SGI on the Canadian market? Thanks. I will. SGI. Stanley Gibbons Group PLC. That's not the one you want. Probably on this, I guess. So this is a $86.49 million company. But you've actually given me some TA. Nice. So clearly, you know this chart is not traded very heavily. You can tell just because the candles look hideous. However, I see why you're excited about it, why you're like, yes, because you're getting near the point where very soon you'll be basically forming a double bottom base. Now, does that actually proof? Let's have a look. Take that to there. Extrapolate that out. Doesn't proof to anything. Okay. We know it hyped a few times. Basically, $1.10 would be a good little zone to have a targeting system for. But yeah, I do like the pattern here. I like what it's doing. I like where it's going. It just needs to get a little bit above. Let's have a look at a weekly. Okay, so I'd be looking for a weekly to close above 75. And if that occurred, then you've got a good, clean double bottom pattern here that should push through to, I think, probably upwards of $1.10. $1 seems likely as well. I mean, the distance will be less, but I don't think there's much on the left stopping you. So, yeah, good clean pattern. Thank you very much for the donation, and continue to look at those technicals. Gareth Evans, just testing the super chat. $2 says hello. I hear you, Gareth. Thank you very much. Mike H, super chat, $4.99. No questions today, just holding. What's the deal with Vegemite? It tastes like bitter dirt to me. Mike, I'm very disappointed in you. You're not Australian. No, Vegemite is some kind of strange acquired taste. It's like how I don't mind Vegemite. Like, I might bring the tub of Vegemite maybe one day on the stream. Would you guys like that? I've got my big Costco Americanized version of Vegemite. It's huge. I don't mind it, but it is certainly an acquired taste. And I cannot believe it. Have you ever seen those? I watched some guy on YouTube once. He was eating it. Oh my God, it was so bad. He ate he thought he could eat it with a spoon. And I'm thinking, dude, you cannot eat that with a spoon, bro. And he was drinking a lot of water because it dries your mouth out really, really hard. Tesla retreating, somebody says. Oh, not that much. Calm down. Alpha T does not want to see the Vegemite. He does not want to see it on the stream. That's all right. No worries, man. We won't bring that out then for you. Vegemite, never heard of it, Donkin Dave. Maybe I should increase sales for Australian companies. Go and try. Now, if you want to try Australian stuff, the only two things that are worthwhile trying. Tim Tams, not bad, but much worse than they used to be. And Shapes, guys. Arnott Shapes. Get them. Barbecue pizza, they're all good. Anyone else love Shapes out there? They're good. Paul Horseman. So thank you very much, Mike H. Doesn't taste like dirt, but doesn't taste that great to people that aren't used to it. Paul Horseman, super chat at $4.99. Does it work? Let's go Tesla. It does, Paul. Thank you for the super chat. 776 here for Tesla. We'll just quickly recover it. 780 to 800 was our target. Participation phase happened way too quickly for many people, but A lot of people were bullish in here. I want to show one other thing. Actually, it's a top tip. Top tip that I have never covered on the channel before. So you've got a 20 and a 50 exponential. There's actually a reason I use both of these moving averages. And it's not just because they're great. It's also because sometimes price will actually coil between them. When it coils between them and you find support and resistance and then it breaks one of them, it often can be quite explosive. I'm not sure exactly why that has been the occurrence, but I'll give you another example right now. Let's see if it actually is exploding. So here's US oil, and you can see US oil is moving up quite heavily. Another one that was relatively trapped between the zones. Now, I don't care about a bullish closure. See how like before here it wasn't trapping down, but we get these moves through. It can be quite explosive. So yeah, look, US oil, we know where the target is at $62-ish. But if it gets through there, of course, then we've got our bigger distance. That's something that I do look at. Do I trade off it only? No. But do I look at it? Yes. I like to have things, if they're coiled between two moving averages, especially on the daily, I do pay attention because it means that it's acting quite technically. So therefore, when it breaks out of that, why not trade it technically? If a market is trading technically, not Litecoin, but if a market is trading technically, then why not get involved? Knock, knock again. Thank you for becoming a member. Artie Party Super Chat $2. Tom, is gold coiling on the 30-minute chart? Let's have a look at the 30-minute chart for you, sir. Yes, is your answer. Weird wicks, though. This data is crap. Why is this happening? Is this real? No, that was... What the hell is this? What the? Damn, some ugly ass gold charts. Let me see another one. There we go. Wow, did you see some of those terrible charts? That was horrible. Yes, this is a good coil. You've spotted a nice one. You've basically got it trapped between two zones. I put the closure here. I put the wick down here, but really it's the closure. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour is very similar. 2 hour. 2 hours very similar. 4 hour. Probably 2 hour. Yeah, I like it. Nice spot there. Yes, it's coiling. And yeah, that's correct. You've trapped price the right way. So well done. And yes. Guna Din super chatted $5. No message. I think it was actually a super sticker. Let me just quickly scroll up here and do it. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support there, Guna. Vegemite is salty sauce, lol, says May. Vegemite's all right. It's all right. Vegemite, I don't know. What do we say? Equal to or less than Marmite? No. Vegemite avocado. People are getting into it. Potted meat. You mean like spam? ATX Mize super chat of $5. My dude, happy altcoin day for everyone. Yes, altcoins are looking good. Would you be able to have a look at AMP and Gemini Exchange? Oh, AMP on the Gemini Exchange. Yeah, I'll check it out. Let's have a look. So you've been following this one for a little while, haven't you? AMP on the Gemini. Oh man, you are having a party. Wow. Look at it go again. This was such a good setup. I know you've been following this for a while. Congratulations, sir. ATX Mized, the true hodler of AMP on the Gemini Exchange here. Yeah, good work, dude. Let's get some claps in the chat for this guy. Like, I'm very, very happy with a lot of the technicals here. You need claps. Maybe Harry needs claps as well because he's very Tesla bullish and he's been correct here. Yeah, look, this is so good. So you've got those series of higher lows coming through. You've got an absolute beast mode kind of trade going through at this stage. We've been watching this. Oh man, we've been watching this since March. And you're finally getting paid off a little bit here for it. You know where it's gone, so it's gone 0.055. This is a strong break, and the good thing about the crypto market is most people, a lot of traders, what they'll do is they'll just click top gains or losers for the day, jump on in when they see it. So by getting a nice 26% gain here, it's probably starting to really pump in with that. Look at the general market cap size for AMP. I'm not sure what it is. Let me have a look. Oh, I can't remember if it's actually this. Is it actually this? 0.039. Yeah, 0.039. Okay. Market cap 3.64. So there's still some good room here. Great trade into it. Basically completed what you would look at technically, but I think, well, you know, technically 0.04, whatever this is it? But because you've been up here before, because of this strength, you'd have to think it's going to keep going. There's also that factor that's going to come through soon, which is going to be everyone's BTC, ETH, then they go ADA, Link, XRP, etc., etc., etc. Then they go into these types of coins, the smaller ones, the KSMs, this one, whatever else there is. So congratulations, well done. People are giving you claps there in the crowd. Thank you to the 1,622 viewers as well coming in here. We've got the Coinbase IPO coming through very soon or very shortly into the market. Coin is the code, of course. Coinbase Global, if you want to chuck it up. We don't have any price, but it is set to launch at $250 nominal price. Probably come in higher than that based on the hype and anticipation. We've been talking about it. The question is, will it be able to run? Will it be able to do any better? Let's go through the market as well. Let's have a quick look here. Pre-market, green. What is green? Moderna, Tesla, now up 2% again. Roku up 1.45. TDOC 1.4. Bit of a sleeper, TDOC. Snowflake 1.4. We talked about that before. SEA, 1.37. I want to mention something about TDOC. And you guys know that I don't mind this company. I think it's all right. I believe in the concept anyway. I think that Amazon will be a player. I think that there's definite headwinds. But notice something about the old TDOC chart. And I shared this with the private community. I might as well bring it in now. Basically, earnings are hard for it. Earnings, not so good. Earnings ran in and then dumped off. So almost every time other than back here, even earnings here was bad. Maybe the market doesn't like the earnings, but what's the interesting phenomenon is the run into earnings. So remember, do your due diligence when you're thinking about a trade. Now, what happened yesterday was this thing did a lightning bolt. Closure above. Pretty significant stuff. 200 remains a very big problem for this, but if it can actually get a base in, if it actually can find some strength, this is the type of thing that has some explosive power when people get hyped about it again. Why is that? Because it's in ARK. Because it's in most of their funds. Have a look. 4 funds. What other stocks in 4 funds? No. Not many. Let's have a look. Only Tencent is in more funds. Tencent in all the funds. Teladoc 4, Trimble Navigation, whatever that is, Lending Tree, Baidu, even they're not in them. So this is one of the only ones they have in all the funds. And I think that's very telling when they have, especially when it's number 3 weight. So they really believe in it. I'm sure they're doing better diligence than me. I'm just looking at it technically and going, yeah, hey, I like that. And I look at the fundamentals and I say, oh, well, growth looks like it's on curve. I don't believe that people are going to stop using it just because the pandemic is over. Yeah, look, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. Let's go back over to the chart here. ATX Myers again doing well. Johnny S. Super Chat $5. Tom, I did something really bad. I sold my 2 Bitcoins on Monday and I bought 125 kilos of silver. I feel sick. Wow. 125 kilos of physical silver. Where are you going to put it? Are you going to have it like in your house? What are you going to do with that? Johnny, message me at FX Evolution me. I want to know what you're doing with your silver. Oh, wow. Let me look at the silver chart for you. Let me make you feel a little bit better. You sold it on Monday. So you're down a little bit here. But percentage-wise, at least silver's improved slightly for you. It depends how much you paid for your silver as well. That could be incredibly expensive. Look, silver needs to break through this 25.50 zone. It really needs to get above here. I'd like to have a close above here by the end of the day. Dollar index to get thrashed for you. And then, yeah, you can start to move back to 28. That's an interesting move. That's an interesting move. There's no trend line there. Okay. Not much I can say about silver. I'm looking at gold as the precursor. Whatever gold does, silver will do. And I think gold's double bottom is more compelling, but silver will just follow along with it. This is the chart you need to be focused on. Dollar index. You must wish that this now collapses. Okay, because if it collapses, it will be stronger for you. I'm surprised you'd do something like that, but yeah. 91.40, 91.40. This is the support. So that's the zone that we're looking at. Put silver in weight room, says 333 Nycob. Yeah, that's true. You could just like lift them up, get strong, might save your health. Commission a silver statue of yourself, says Ivan. Cool. Put it under the bed, says Johnny S. I couldn't do that. He bought it for you, Bloodbath McGrath. Oh, cool. Can I have it? Yeah, bring it over. I'll put it behind me. I'll just bring it over. It's okay. It's really safe at my house. I'm telling you. Derek with 1,000,000 zeros. 4 with 1,000,000 zeros. Super chatted Hong Kong $25. I was a PM at Tesla, and even I don't have as much conviction in it as Harry does. Claps all the way. Let's go for the moon. Harry, you've been noticed. You've been noticed. There we go. Derek, 4 with 1,000,000 zeros, has actually noticed you. He has said, Harry, you have the most conviction. And conviction is a super important asset. I am convinced, my opinion only, that Square is a decent company. Okay? That is my conviction, that I am convinced that it is a decent company. And by doing that, you can have basically diamond hands. I don't really care what anyone says. It's my opinion. And you watch the fundamentals and stuff, but if you believe in the concept and blah, 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 unless something really changes, you can get a lot more strength out of that position. So it's worthwhile doing it. I'm also convinced that Australian property is very long. Okay? Now, that's just my opinion, but I'm convinced of it. So if you're in Australia, you know the government loves the property. They love it. They just go, yes, protect, protect. And I've thought that for quite a few years. So yeah, once you have conviction, you have the diamond hands like no one else. Stefan Figuera, Super Chat $1.99. Uni is the same setup as AMP, biggest DeFi volume MM. Yeah, so Uni was another very nice coin. We talked about that a little bit the other day. Very similar setup is what you're talking about here. Different concept, but very similar setup. So this one here, the unicorn coin, literally, it is breaking out. And yes, I know what you're saying. You're saying basically you've got your trend line through here, but you are in price discovery. So what that means is you're in basically a price that hasn't been reached yet. You're in a price that hasn't been, there's no new price reaching. I think this coin is serious. I've thought it was serious ever since I saw the picture of the unicorn. I just went, what is that? That's actually how I first found it. I was like, oh, unicorn picture. Okay, well, let's check this out. But it's a pretty good coin. It's come through with a series of higher lows. Like you're saying, the closeout has occurred. This would or should signal further price discovery, let's say around 2/3 of the way through. So possibly upwards of the 50. I think it could be in the playing game of Cardano, DOT, those types of ones, market cap wise. When you go over to market cap, you click here. The only button that matters is this one, 18 billion. Polkadot, 40 billion. Does it have room to grow, therefore? You could argue yes, it does. You won't be able to find too much synergy with BTC or too much synergy with any of the others because it's grown so much this year. But if you think that, then yeah, I mean, it could go to like 30, 40. I don't think it overtakes these coins anytime soon, but yeah, it'll move up just like the rest. Nice technical, not the best thing I've ever seen, but it's not bad. Thank you for the donation. Dave says, Tom, Google didn't process my super chats yesterday. My bank says it wasn't declined by them. No, it wasn't declined by me. Really? Dude. Oh well, that's all right. Thank you anyway, Dave. You tried, man. Google failed the process according to my bank. Yeah, I'm not sure how Google does it, but I don't do anything to... Look, super chats, they go to Google, they deal with it, they pay me like a month later. They take a bunch. And yeah, Dave, it does come through. US $2 donation, just a test. So it has come through there, but I don't know. In terms of the whole process on the back end, I can't tell whether it goes through or not. It just comes to me later once they've taken their clip and done all that stuff. Housing will get a lot cheaper as interest rates increase, says Gareth. Yeah, but I think you've got to think about it as a point of housing can get cheaper if interest rates increase past a certain point. I mean, we're not a housing channel really, but I do have some pretty strong opinions on it. Maybe one day I'll go on a full rant about housing. You'll be pretty surprised. I get really insane into it. And I do enjoy the old housing. I like all charts. But yeah, I get pretty crazy on housing as well. Can you please look at MVIS? All right, we'll look at MVIS for you. We are only 13 minutes away from market open. Not too long. Let's have a look at this MicroVision. Yeah, it's coming down. You know where the support is, around 12-ish. Nothing really has changed from our last time we looked at this thing. 4 hours, still declining down, unfortunately. Nothing strong happening here. I know it's up 3.25% in the pre, but you've got $14 problems. So you've got $14 as support, which will now act as resistance, similar to over here. You've got your support and you're stuck in the middle of the zone. So that's my thoughts. Unfortunately, that's all I can see at this point. Andy Pandy SEC $20 HNT US dollar tether. All right, let's have a look here. HNT US dollar tether. Okay. Might get in at $10. So you're thinking this is going to continue weakening. Daily. Wow, massive move, isn't it? Percentage wise, if you were in January, oh my goodness. What is this? Oh, 1,000. That's the stuff. I've never copped a 1,500% trade. If I, that would be so sweet. I've never had one. I've never had the diamond hands to hold it this long. Look at it. That would be amazing. Yeah, I've never had a bagger like that one. Yeah, look, it does seem weak. It is on support. You're saying 10. 10 is the next level if it does crash through. I see why you're looking at it. Put probably 12 as well on your watch list. 10 to 12. Think about market cap. Think about the dynamics of the rest of the market. With all of these coins, whenever they've got tons of announcements coming out, that's going to be the key. If you know there's like a trajectory of announcement coming out in a month, and it's an alt, get in for that kind of concept, because usually no announcement is really bad. It's always just glorious announcements. Hey, we've made a deal with some company you never heard of. Hey, we've made a new website. Hey, we've done something else. It doesn't seem to matter what it is in the alt. It just pushes the market through. Back in 2017, they would just literally hold summits where they'd say nothing, and the altcoin would go up. I watched one once, and they were like running down doing that whole scam thing where they're like clapping hands and playing songs and dancing, and everyone was standing up. And I'm telling the truth, it went up 200%. There was no real reason other than everyone was watching this live stream of people clapping hands. You remember BitConnect? That was nuts as well. So yes, support being found here at 15. If it closes through, I could see it moving down to the 10. At this stage, though, it's on support. Thank you for the donation. We are 10 minutes away. Let's get dialed in here. Let's get ready to rumble. We'll have coin up there on the left-hand side. We're going to have Nasdaq here, 14,005, coming down a little bit. What are we going to put down the bottom left and right, guys? Chat, let me know. Spam in the chat right now. Well, not spam, but put in what you want to see. Bottom left, bottom right, full market open, 9 minutes away. I'll read out this one as well. I'm going to read out Kevin's as well. Anybody want to see stupid housing prices? Look at Vancouver or Toronto or some Australian cities. Actually, the worst one right now, well, the worst one really is actually in China. There's some really crazy expensive houses there. Crazy expensive because of their restrictions on certain places. I couldn't believe it when I was there. I was like, oh my goodness. I thought that houses were expensive, and then I came here. And then I realized that houses were not expensive. Auckland, New Zealand is one of the most expensive. Ironworker, $10. Thank you so much. Ironworker. Hi, Tom. Amazing stream. I'm learning loads. Can you have a look at IMB on the LSE, please? I'm looking at a long-term investment and hoping it's broken its long downtrend with higher low last month. We'll check it out soon. Guys, let me know. We want to know what's putting down here. Bitcoin, Tesla, AAPL. What are we going down? Oh, look, Tesla's going to win for sure. So Tesla's certainly going in based on your discussions. There we go. So we've got Tesla. Nasdaq is got to be there. We'll go 5 minutes on Tesla. And the second one, Chronically Sam says, morning guys. Morning, Chronically Sam. Impossible to buy a house in Canberra, says Johnny Knoxville. Canberra? Is that like, he's trying to say Canberra in Australia? No, you can buy them here. Sydney's the only expensive place, really. Really expensive place. Tesla, Apple, GME, Elizabeth Shue, Gold, JD. Wow, Gold, PLTR. Oh yeah, PLTR is a good one. PLTR, XRP, Dogecoin. We've got coin top left. All right, we'll go with McDonald's. We'll go with Apple since it just seemed to win out. And then we might move over to Palantir. Actually, let's stuff this. I'm going to make an executive decision quickly. I'm just going to put Palantir. I'm interested to see the open. And then we'll move over to Apple. There we go. Okay. So we are ready. 7 more minutes to go. Let's do this super chat for Ironworker. This is a interesting one. What is this? IMB. Could be a good learning experience. IMB on the LSC. Okay. Daily. Long downtrend, you say? Okay. So it's been multiple years of hideous downtrend. Let's go to the weekly. Go to the monthly. Okay. So you haven't got a trend reversal yet. So what you're saying is there's a new higher low. Yes, the higher low is there, but you need the higher high, the new peak to come through. So the monthly is probably not where I'm looking. Probably at the weekly. And, you know when it's going to be over. It's right here. Yep, you know it's going to be over right here. Because you've got support, resistance, 1672. This zone here. Boom. Like, that's where you want it to be. 1672. God knows why it's that price. Previous support back in, when was this? Back in 2019. April resistance. January resistance. This is a tobacco company, it looks like. That's the zone you need to break through. But when you do, your base is amazing. So the great thing about it is you can then proof your base to the resistance, extrapolate that out, and it forms back into this point, which is really good. So I don't mind this, actually. I just think that at this stage, you're looking at, no, the trend is not over yet from the downtrend. It needs to break a little bit more. Daily looks pretty good. I mean, it's looking strong, but there's no more than that. That's the level, somewhere around this 1670-ish area. Good luck, Iron Worker. I wish you all the best. Jose de Ponte Pereira. Wow, what a name, Jose. Or Jose. Is it Jose? Jose? I'm going to butcher your name either way, but you've become a member. Thank you so much for joining the community. Salute to you, and enjoy all of the emoticons and everything else that comes along with it. Buey says, hey, is it too late to buy some XRP? Probably, sir. Mark honestly says, yes, Buey, it is. Yeah, look, market capitalization, man. Go check it out. That's the main thing.